Yes, guys, welcome back to the Real Life Curriculum Podcast. First episode of 2024. Big year ahead. We've got Nic Gomez back in, my boy.
Come on.
You haven't already, we've already got a part one out, but this is before the studio. But go listen to that. But bro, thank you for coming back, man.
I appreciate you. Little two-time for the long time no see.
You get me?
Come on.
We're back on.
That's it.
Thank you for having me on, boys. Very.
Come hear it like an old song. Feel it like an old song. Can't rest, won't rest. Believing in the process. Every day's a progress. Slow steps, I need more.
Grateful.
Appreciate it, man.
It's good to spend some time with you.
I think the best bit I want to know is because when we didn't really touch on it in the first episode, but we had conversations outside of that about where you was at with the gym at that time and where you wanted to be by like the end of 2023. So with them conversations being had, do you think you got to where you wanted to be, or are you still off that level?
I think I kind of got there, but naturally you just always think of what's next in it. So because of the opportunities that came, I'm going to say yes. Do you know what I mean? It's been a really good year. It's kind of hard to say, but when I count, man, we've had nearly 40 professional footballers come through the door. Obviously, people move and go, pre-season, couple of sessions here. But my point is that the recognition's being accomplished, and yeah, man, I do feel like I've earned a few more stripes this year in the game, and now it's led to better opportunities. So yeah, man, I'd say I got to where I wanted, but that led to me thinking maybe I was thinking too small-minded even then. So it's now what we were talking about, adapting. So like I just said to you boys, now it's about looking for a bigger place, and yeah, man, just pushing on with the professional side a bit more, and yeah, man, we're good. Everything's going good. I like
have
it.
a ramp now, innit? The bigger place. Oh, Nick's always talked about having this ramp, in the gym.
So yeah, I want a sprint ramp. So I want at least a 30-meter sprint ramp with probably 4 different heights in it. And to be fair, it's down to jealousy. I just follow this gym in America, and they got this ramp. And I'm like, I want it. We couldn't put it in this gym because the roof was too small. So by the time we'd put the thing, people would be touching the roof. So yeah, it's got to have a football pitch, well, at least a 7-a-side, and the ramp, man. And maybe, probably say, hopefully like a 40-meter track in it, a proper track with actual track material. But we'll see what happens. The problem I'm finding now is I don't know if Leicester has the location to facilitate that.
I was going to say that. I just started looking
already. So now it's about looking elsewhere. And it's just... we're going to get the track in it. I mean, we're going to get the ramp somehow, some way. But no, the gym's gone really well this year, man. What I like the most is kind of to stay true to myself. Is what I said to you on the text, you know, when you lot posted last week, and I was like, the best thing about it for me, boys, is you followed through, innit? That's it, man. We followed through. You had a plan at the start, and every week, whether people were watching or not, follow through. And I feel like that's kind of what I did with the gym this year. You boys know I'm not much of the advertiser. I'm not much of the social media. But I just believe in if you give out good energy, it will come back. And basically, it just has, do you know what I'm saying? And that's what's made me most pleased. Because in my game, especially through Instagram now, it's a lot of show, innit, man? There's a lot of people who are very good at creating this, but let's see what you can deliver in it. Let's see what you are. And the fact that I don't have to do that shows me that I'm doing something right, innit, man? So now it's just not getting big-headed, even though that sounded big-headed then. Not getting big-headed, but acknowledging your success, and now breaking it down and thinking, okay, what did I do crap, innit? Because whether you think, like, there'll be things you think in here that you did crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, and admitting that and facing it is actually what's going to take you further than you looking at the things you've done well. Do you see what I'm saying? So like this year, yes, like you just said, Gomes, did it achieve what you wanted? Yes, but instead of looking at that, I'm thinking, well, why didn't I get 70 pro footballers through the door, innit? Why wasn't there 100, innit? So now it's about working how we're going to do. I do feel like the facility needs to grow for that to be facilitated. So it's just a process, man. And yeah, man, I'm happy with how the year's gone. I've grown a lot in the sense of I'm more, how do I put it? So what I'm trying to say is I've become more confident in myself. And that's kind of withdrawn me from people a lot because I feel like sometimes confidence insults insecurities, isn't it? So then you're put in a position where I'm not willing to come down now, where before, oh, I'm upsetting you, now I'm not willing to do that, innit, man? I've got a goal who I want to achieve. I know the people I want to affect. I know I'm not going to be able to help everyone, so I've got over that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And now I'm actually really focusing on pushing my confidence. And unfortunately, it has led to certain people leaving my life, but it also brings different people in, do you know what I'm saying? People... Because I want to be around motivated people now. I've always told you, Dion, like one of the things I love training younger people and stuff like that is and this sounds horrible, man, but there's like a dumb tunnel vision that they won't compensate. And I actually love that. With the footballers, we don't talk about politics, we don't talk about... And don't get me wrong, I know things need to be talked about, but we don't talk about racism. We don't talk about, we're here to train, innit? We're here to become better athletes. We're just vibing off each other, whether it's pushing each other or saying, or even identifying mistakes. And that level of mentality, I just feel like if you can keep that, you're just around, iron sharpens iron, innit, man? And I heard this thing once, and it's on a Pharrell, and I like Pharrell, but just made me realize a lot about this year. He says, like, I don't run track and he didn't run track. But he said, if you want to run faster, you got to run with a bunch of people who are faster than you, innit? And it says, as humans, there's this crazy thing that happens, but you just evolve. If you're ambitious enough. If you're not ambitious enough, you're just wasting everyone's time, innit, man? So just remove yourself and let us carry on doing what we're trying to do. And that's basically the mentality. And, the gym's just keeps going from strength to strength, man. So we want to keep at it. So I'm going to say it now. If my confidence insults your insecurities, I apologize. That's not my problem. It's yours. And it should be the same for you guys. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like keep pushing what you believe is good. You got clear eyes, full heart. Can't lose, innit?
That's it, man.
So then... and that's probably what I've learned the most out of the gym this year, dude. It's like not trying to fit into everything, believing in yourself, because there's so many people out there that will spend their time trying to criticize you and find you ain't going to please everyone. There'll be people who don't like the podcast, innit? Don't worry about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You ever had to turn anyone down who don't align with you?
Okay, because obviously when I'm with younger kids, I don't believe that's the right attitude in the sense, like, if I kick someone out for not having the good attitude, how do I expect him to change attitude? If someone would disrespect me or disrespect the gym, and that doesn't mean physically, man. It could be a word, it could be an action. It doesn't have to mean that they're physically disrespecting me to my face, but they might say something to someone else, then that might change the perspective of them not coming to the gym. But obviously, if someone comes with a bad attitude, I like to think that I can help change that, innit? Don't get me wrong, there's certain players who, I'm not going to name names because I'm not here to badmouth people, who are quite above and high in their game, and their attitude comes from the mentality of the clubs, innit? So at that point, I'll probably say I'm not the coach for you. If you still want to come, you would have to change certain things. But when it's with youngers, I just feel like let's use Karim as an example, okay? When I had Karim first, people were crazy. You know what I mean? You know, kid. You know, we're not here to tell what he got up to in his... But my point is, no one would give him a chance. See, with me, I didn't care about that. I'll say, just turn up, keep doing it. And now you're looking at guys, qualified physiotherapists, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the tables have turned massively to the point where he's probably more qualified than me now. That's nuts, innit, bro? But, so, I'm not saying that I saved Karim because he saved himself. Yeah, that's always the you never take credit for anyone's success, innit? You're allowed to enjoy their success because they allow you to. But what I would just say, it would have been easy for me to kick Karim out, innit? Because he was a difficult kid, innit? Like, he had a few things going on. But actually, when Karim's around me, because he knows I ain't vibing off that, man. Like, he isn't like that. You know what I mean? And then that's what came. Like, if you think, without Karim, I wouldn't really have met you.
Yeah.
Do you see what? So
what
for me, putting Karim under my arm and mentoring and teaching him, then, yeah, man, big up K. So then, it brought Dion into the picture. Do you know what I'm saying? It sounds silly, Carl. We're sitting here now because of this.
Yeah.
So
without Kaz, there's no this right now.
Yeah. So it's. Don't get me wrong. If there was a chance where there might be a chance where telling me not coming to the gym, like what we said about Ian Gary a minute. If it don't fit in, it don't fit in. But usually, if you tell someone what you expect of them, and if they're interested and they want to improve, they will listen. An example I can give you yesterday. Can I swear on here? Because I don't really like swearing, to be fair. No, I had a young group. I've got Elston Park under 14s now. I got the entire team on a Thursday, and I do the under 16s. Sorry, no, the under 14s on a Monday, the under 16s on a Thursday. Obviously, they're 16 years old. They're a little bit rowdy. But like yesterday, one of them coming and calling each other pussy holes. That don't happen in my gym, innit? I said, if you want to call yourself out there, if you want to have a fight, cool. But when we're in here, we're a team, innit? And then that's what I'm saying. I would rather say, no, you can't do that, and give them the chance to actually improve than me just go and get out the gym because you swore, innit? They're going to swear, man. You know what I mean? It's the world we live in. So that would be kind of my answer to that, kid. I just feel like depending on the person, depending if I believe I can change their attitude or have a positive impact, I'd try not to kick anyone out the gym, you know what I mean? Because just the fact that they've stepped foot, there'll be a percentage of their mind, even if they got bad attitude, that they want to get better.
Yeah.
So I'm not holding on to that thing. I'm going to hold on to that 10% and try and make it a bit bigger. You know what I'm saying?
You know, was it this summer, like last summer, sorry, we spoke about you holding like some sort of camp or something, and you wanted to use my accommodation for your ball as well. Is that still a plan this year?
Still a plan, man. It's still a plan. I think last year I picked it too late, man. I didn't have enough time. It's going to require a lot of planning. But no, 100%. So what Kyle was talking about is I had this ideology of, well, if people don't know, Kyle's got his accommodation that he had, and I'd rang him to ask Kyle if there was a possibility that we could just house 20 footballers for around 5 weeks, man. And then we were just going to take control of the whole pre-season with myself looking after the gym side and getting qualified football coaches, UEFA qualified football coaches, getting the facilities and just building a bit of a camaraderie between this, more kind of like an American, you know, like summer camp in a sense. But it was also about just being, how do I put it? Creating an environment that professional players would want to come to. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the goal is to get fully into the professional side. Not at a club though. Someone asked me this the other day. If Leicester came ringing and said, do you want to be? I'd say no. No, I would not work for any professional club now. I've come to the point where I have my own facility. Once I expand to this, not saying that the clubs won't be as good, but what I've got in my head will outdo all facilities at all professional.
You believe in your product at the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%, man. So now, like I said, if Leicester wanted me to go, they'll probably offer something like 30 grand a year or something like that. For me to leave this ideology, you would have to pay me an excessive amount of money, man. Because for me, it's not like, it isn't just about making money because I want to make a living, but it's always been about impacting it, man. It's always about, to me, like I told you in the first episode, the purpose of life is playing our part in the making of history, innit? Like, we ain't going to live forever, boys, innit? And if you spend all your time worrying about you, then first of all, no one will remember you. You don't have a positive effect on society. You don't inspire other people, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Success can inspire people to a certain extent, but from how I helped you, Dion, is it made you want to help other people?
Yeah, 100, bro. I was gonna
There
say
you go.
that. I was gonna mention
Literally,
it. Innit?
there you go,
Alright,
innit? So then that's it. That's the end of the comment, innit? That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what I was trying to say.
hear that, bro.
There's people who have helped me, which led me to help him. Then now I'm assuming that there's people that you've helped now because of what Dion's done for them. I'm not saying it was because of me, but you realize, yo, there is good people out there, and someone did give me time, not for money, not for nothing, just to actually help you, innit?
Yeah.
And I feel like, like that's kind of what I want from the gym. I want to have an impact, not just the gym as of me, man. I want my legacy to be one of like I said, playing my part in the making of history. I like to think I had a little bit to play in the history of making of the real life curriculum. Do you know what I'm saying?
come on.
It might only be small, but that was my impact.
Nah,
See what I'm saying?
a
And
big impact.
So
Trust me.
them little things, like that's what kind of keeps me going. Like I was a bit down the other day, and a random one of my mates, I think I'm gonna say it. You lot might know him. Do you know Jake, Wheezy 1000? No? Jake Chetwin. So I ain't spoke to Jake for time, really. It's about 10 o'clock. Where's he put it? And he just sent me a message out of nowhere. This is look, quarter to 9. You know I go to bed early, innit, because of work. And he's didn't even say hello. I had a shit day. My mum goes, nothing but 100% from you all the time, brother. Keep at it. I woke up to that. I've just sent that, yes, sir. I said, bro, thank you. Had a bad day and you just lifted me up. But do you see what I'm trying? So now, Jake just doing that. He didn't do that for no money. He just did. But then that day, I was on fire, bro. Like sessions were, do you see what I'm saying? And so then he's had a positive effect on my day, do you know what I mean? And which then led me to have a positive effect on it. And I feel like, because the world's a bit fucked up at the minute, man. Like, it's so hard to have an opinion on everything. I feel like if one person helps the other, and I do that for 10 people, you do it for 10 people, you do it for 10 people, now 30 people have been helped. Then if them 30 do 10, we've now got, I'm shit at my
domino.
But that's kind of, so man, like that would be what, when you said to what is play my part in the making of history, whoever's history it might be. So man, it's that's the mentality. It's always been. I guess you knew that anyway. To be fair.
Yo, we gotta pull it back. Yeah.
Go on.
I have to say thank you on it, bro. 100%, bro.
Yo, two-time.
I listened to the podcast, yeah, and you said you'd like to think that you helped mold like the Dion we see now, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Man.
last night when I listened to it again, and I was thinking about it, innit? Like I was proper like reflecting on past times and that, yeah. And obviously big up Kaz as well, because Kaz like got me to start coming at 5 a.m.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I remember, I don't even know why I did it, yeah, but I remember Kaz ringing me saying, yo, Nic's gonna do some sessions at 5 a.m. Come in it, basically, innit?
Yeah.
And these times here, you ain't getting me out of bed. These times I never used to train in the morning. I always used to train after work, and like no one could get me out of bed early, innit? I started to go couple sessions, I didn't wake up and that. And Nic wasn't even pissed, like he just said, yo, just tomorrow and whatever, come. But bro, them 5 a.m s, I went through a mad time in my life, innit, them times there.
Yeah.
Waking up at 5 a.m. And these times you wouldn't even have known, innit, but still Nic was there, every day, no complaints, making me all get to work, and that had a massive effect on my life, innit, so I have to say thank you, innit.
Yeah, man, let's do it. But see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And now, I know it sounds silly, but you've just given me purpose again, because it's like my mentality was right, innit?
Yeah,
and now I need to keep pushing that and keep doing that. And I definitely feel like you're going to help more people along the way, bro. More than I did. Trust me.
Man.
I didn't want you to be as good as me. I wanted you to be greater than me. And I want you to keep being greater than me, because what's the point in holding people back, man? I want you to excel. Same for you, Carl. Like, do more buildings, man. Build more hotels, man. Do all that things. You know what I'm saying? Like, go and be great.
Yeah.
And greatness isn't just financial.
Of course.
This is that sometimes what it's you can't get caught up on that. It's funny that you said about the videos, because you know I was deleting some. Check the video I found yesterday. You won't be able to see on the camera. But obviously when we were first at the gym, do you remember? Do you remember this session?
Bro, we've got some sick reels, bro. I swear down.
Do you remember this session? Remember these kind of things? Yo.
Oh, yeah. Oi.
Look, 5:30 a.m. Yeah, on
No
the
messing
9th,
about,
5th
bro.
of January. Bang on a year today.
Mad.
No way.
That's
Oh,
mad.
2 years, 2 years, 2
2
years.
years today.
Bang to the day today.
Bang.
Look, 5th of January.
literally, bro.
Look,
That's mad.
it's nuts, man.
5th of Jan, 2 years ago today. That's mad, isn't it, bro?
That is crazy. That
I wasn't even waiting for
That's-
saying this.
that wasn't planned, you know. That was just
That's
coincidence,
sick.
man.
But nah, that's massive, bro.
You know, where did you get your training methods from then?
Okay, so like with the methods, at first, obviously I did my degree in sports science. I
Yeah.
did my strength and conditioning, and it kind of come to a point where I felt like I'd studied so much, man. I had so much knowledge, but couldn't really use it. Innit?
Yeah.
I didn't really know. I was a bit confused. Like one book says this, one book says the other, and I like things from this book, and then I like things from this book, but they don't really match up. So then I just kind of got brave, innit? And I started just writing things with my logic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like what I believe is needed, and obviously taking principles from what I've been taught.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was just making up my own things, man. And obviously, at the start, people will tell you, oh, I remember when people would say, oh, what you're doing with Gomez is stupid. It don't make
Try it
no
out.
sense. Yeah, they would.
Mad.
But the problem is this is what I was saying to you about mentality, because at the time, it was only me, Dion, and Karim doing it. At 5 a.m. on our own. So everyone's like, oh, look at these lot, rah. Everyone laughing at me. But now, 20, 40 pro footballers have come. Suddenly it becomes a movement now. Do you know what I'm saying? So what they were criticizing, a bit like all of this, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I would talk, I know he's here, but I'm going to talk about Chase, but even check this, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there would have been people who told him, nah, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Do you know what I'm saying? But he went, no, I like this, I'm going to push this.
I know what say when he's like, if I get dressed up and run down the motorway the opposite way, I'm crazy. But if I do it with 40 people, it's a marathon.
Yeah.
Look,
mad,
and that's
isn't it?
exactly,
Yeah, that's
but
mad.
now look at
That's
the
a mad
momentum.
saying,
That's a bad saying. Still. I like that.
But that's the momentum you're getting now.
Yeah.
that's it.
Now Chase don't look so stupid no more, do you, mate? It's true though, isn't it? And maybe I don't look so stupid no more. Do you know what I mean? And the truth is, Dion will tell you, I'm also very honest with myself, Carl. I am not someone who will shy away from making a mistake. I'm not someone who shies away from admitting that was crap. Like, there'll be times where Dion's there in the gym and I'm like, don't really like that. Nah. Stop. We're changing it.
Yeah.
And that's just me realizing, yo, Nick, that was wrong, innit? You're not right. You need to change that quick. So I've always said it to people, like, for example, okay, if you can come up to me today and say, yo, Nick, we've been doing this, but I can guarantee you that if we do this, we get better. I'm like, yo, scrap the other thing. Let's do that, innit? Because that's a progressive mentality. That's not a static mentality. Like, you can never learn everything, Carl. Like, you can never be an expert in anything because there will always be an opportunity to learn more.
Course,
do you know what I'm saying? So my training methods come from a lot of the coaches I like. If you want me to shout some out, if you want to look at a minute, there's a guy called Mr. Doing It Moving, Mike Guevara. He trains a lot of NBA players. I'll be honest, this guy, he's got me a little bit hooked at the minute. More because I just love the vibe he has with his players, man. Like, they just got this camaraderie and they're all sick, you know what I mean? And it's like, and the training in the hills and then in these gyms, and it's got no, how do I put it? Like, no, obviously there's structure to it, but it's his way, and it's his mentality and his exercise. And now I just really like that. So that's influenced how I plan, how I've set up my things. There's other coaches who I like scientifically, like Daru Strong. I did his course. I'll be honest, I buy a lot of other coaches.
I was just about to say,
I
have you
buy a
bought
lot
quite a
of
bit?
other coaches, but just because, not because I want to copy, but I'm also not naive that they might know something I don't.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I want in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not, like I said to you before about the track, like, you have to be in a room with people who are better than you. And
100%.
if you're ambitious enough, you will be elevated, innit? If you're not ambitious, I'll say again, you're just wasting everyone's time. Do you know what I mean? So that's basically where the mentality comes. I love looking, I love reading, I love learning. I'm not like you guys. I don't read books and stuff, but I read plyometrics books.
Yeah.
I read bloody strength books. I read strongman autobiographies. Because if you look at a lot of the stuff we do now, it's been doing for years. It's just people trying to put a different name on it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's where the mentality comes from. But that's how I set up the sessions. I also try and be kind of individualized to each player, each client. The problem is also sometimes it becomes difficult, and I'm just talking about work now. Like when you got professional footballers at professional clubs, it's really hard to plan for them because on one day the club will ring them, you got the day off. So we're planning, then by 8 o'clock in the morning, they're like, nah, you got to come in today. We're doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, that's messed up my session because they're going to do all these sprints. They can't come and just do more sprinting in the evening because it's not beneficial. So, like, programming can be sometimes hard. So it's more about communication. You talk to the player before he comes. You ask what, do you know what I'm saying? like where we're at, what's done, what's this.
Adaptability, yeah, man.
There you go. And so the sessions kind of at the minute in season do get dictated a little bit by, because the whole point of the gym, boys, is like, if the gym's not having a positive effect on performance, whether it's health, football, boxing, fuck the gym off, innit? Like, it has to be a part of what, do you know what I mean? It has to benefit. The moment it becomes a detriment, then it's no good to us, innit? And I think as a coach, I'm very good at being open with that. Some players want to just come and train all day long. I'm like, no, that's not going to benefit us. You're going to be injured. You're going to... So, yeah, I think adaptability, we'll go with that, innit? That's what dictates how I plan the sessions, innit, man? Communication, adaptability, and a bit of self-confidence and creativity, bro.
This video is sponsored by Strong Pilates Leicester. Me and Dion have both been coming in for over a month now, feeling better mentally and physically. It's not just for women, it's for men too.
Trust me, yeah, I'm feeling good about this one. Super excited for the sponsorship, super excited to do more training sessions here. And yeah, like Carl said, Pilates is for men as well. Thank you guys.
How did so you said you worked with 40 professional footballers this year?
So, yes, around that.
How did they find out about you then? Because you said you don't use social media.
I have no idea, bro. It sounds mad. I have no idea. I just get a message, I respond to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, obviously when there's certain players, they bring other players. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, the Leicester boys, and these are all under 21s. And to be fair, I don't want to name drop, man, because it's not about that. But one of the players that I trained in the summer, he's blown up hard this year.
Yeah.
But he came for a different player. So he didn't actually know nothing about me. It was one of his mates. And yeah, he said he messaged me and he put, yo, can I come to the sessions? Can I do this, right? And I was like, yeah, man, like 100%. There's no message from me because I also feel like I have to, show that level so they respect that. I ain't begging people to come to the gym. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I do want to beg because I'm like, yo, that's a good opportunity. But you have to hold a certain standard for yourself. It's not for them. I'm not doing it for them to be... You have to demand that of yourself. So then, but there's the name, innit, man? I'll let you see who it is. Just because but look, I didn't, do you know what I'm saying?
Thing, I can't lie.
He's doing his thing this year.
I thought it was.
I'll let you look, but it's not one. I'm not one to name drop in it. Come on. So do you think I'm not gassing in it, bro?
Yeah,
but he's there. My point is, he came for another one, and he's doing really well. Obviously, then you've got players like Sahib. People don't understand about Sahib because he plays in Qatar, but these guys are super followed. I put a reel with Sahib on, bro, I get 10,000 views. Because the Qataris love their teammate, and you know what I mean? It's like, I put a message with Starkey, and 20,000 Tanzanians like it because they love their football. Do you know what I'm saying? So then that might be how they come. Do you know? But I haven't messaged anyone. No. I just feel like if I keep producing results, Carl, they can't deny me, innit, man? And
you know what it is as well, yeah? You know what I think so sick, yeah? Because I remember these 5 a.m. sessions we were doing and that, we were trying like bare different things and going through bare stuff. And Nick would say like, his visions and that, and it like talk it out and say, yo, this is gonna happen, and it like not like he wouldn't think it might, and he was like, yo, trust me, like this is gonna happen, and like everything he said is happening right now, and
yeah, man,
and like I love to see
speak
it,
into
like,
existence,
it's sick, bro. Like everything he said is happening, bro.
Yeah,
it is kind of speak to it, but it's also about confidence. It's what I said to you about holding. So no, because I know you guys like manifestation, and I do kind of believe in it a little bit, but I also believe in just this blind confidence, man. Like work rate, you know what I mean? Show me work rate. Yeah. Like sometimes, like my new saying in the gym is, show me how you train. I don't care how you play in front of 10,000 people. I don't care how you box in front of all your mates. Mm-hmm. I want to see who you are when nobody's watching, man. Then you're going to find out who the real guys are, innit, man? Yeah. The guys you don't have to motivate to get up at 5 a.m. With these, it's one text, yeah? They don't get praised for turning up. I'm like, you're 5 minutes late, bro. Get up early, innit? Yeah, like, are we doing this or not? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't for me. I ain't benefiting nothing from this. But that's also kind of what I was trying to get at, man. It's like, you gotta have that, like, blind confidence, man. Like, I remember there was a point where, because obviously not many people know, I bought another unit in Oadby and I lost a lot of money, and it weren't my money, man. It was my father-in-law's money. It was people who I cared's money. Yeah. And I let them down, man. Like, I ain't going to pretend like it was so then when I had this place, everyone who wanted to, I was asking to borrow money. It's always, have you got a business plan? At that point, I'd written about 16 business plans. The idea of the gym had changed 10 times in the space of a year. Because at first it was this. This gym, I didn't write no business plan. I sacked this off. I don't care. Yeah. This is going to work, innit? I found the money. Looking, COVID for everyone was a bad time. Yeah. Little did Nic Gomez know. I didn't really think about COVID. Past a year of COVID, my business, my accountant, he's like, yo, Gomez, you need money, innit? He says, you've had a limited company for 15 years. You ain't asked for the bounce back loan. I was like, I didn't know I was eligible for that, man. You know what I mean? He said, yo, apply. 2 hours later, Gomez had 50 bag in his bank account. Boom! So now the idea is coming. That blind confidence was answered. And I don't believe in God and stuff like that, bro. But I believe that was my blind confidence. He's rang me, he's like, and there was only a month left to ask for it. So on top of that, by the time I'd ask, everyone was straight, because they would have start paying. I got it on so I had another year now to... I'm like, I got 50 grand interest free for a year, and then I've only got to pay 2% interest. Like, no, I was like, and then that's when I knew, I was like, forget this business plan, forget everyone else. I'm gonna just buy the kit, I'm gonna paint the walls, and I'm gonna get going. I'm 3 years deep in it, man. Like you said, I never advertised. I don't sell programs. Like, I get loads of, these, what they called? The Instagram business managers, they send me these messages like, do you want to grow your page? Rah, rah, rah. Yeah. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I'll be honest, I got caught up on one of them once. So some guy's like, he's messaged me. And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. And he's like, yeah, it's £200 a month. And I'm there like, bro, after a month, I said, you're just full of shit. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. What he was saying was...
sounded good.
No. And it works, but it comes down to what you want to be seen as, innit, boy? So one of the things he was like, right, I want you to find every sports performance gym in the country and follow all of their followers and send them a message.
Oh,
like,
one of them
Done.
ones.
I'm done. Don't get me wrong. That probably works to a T.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not the person I want to be, boys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not sitting on my high. Like, for example, another one of my players, like, and I'm talking because he's my boy. And, yo, just while we're here, shout out to Ben Starkey, man. We did it, baby. You got to AFCON.
Yo.
Oh, yeah. Been grafting for this, man.
Yeah.
Grafting. Traveling to Tanzania, traveling, not getting no minutes,
Yeah.
Not knowing what the hell's happened. Boy, I'm proud of you, yeah? In 4 days, you're going to be in the biggest African football tournament there is. Yo, just big up Starks, man. That was amazing. I'm really proud for him. And, yo, I've got to believe that this is going to be his tournament, innit?
Yeah.
So, like we said about belief manifestation, I'm manifesting that Ben is going to smash it. And watch what happens when he comes back, man. You know what I'm saying? What was I saying before we shot the bit? Yeah, so we were talking about Instagram. So, a very famous sports coach has been watching Bennett, and literally within an hour, he gets this message. And I'll show it because Ben said, we're not talking about bad-mouthing people, man, because that ain't nothing about that. But because he sees what Ben's doing and he understands that of the level that Ben is, he's messaged him behind his back. Hi, I'm looking for 10 professional footballers to, 10 professional footballers to make them faster, rah. And obviously Starkey's messaged me like, what's this guy think he is, man? Don't he know the game, bro? Like, but my point is, and I said to him, you're going to have to expect this. As we get better, these people are going to do this. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because it's, look, the guy, obviously Starkey hadn't replied. Look, he's deleted the whole thing, man. So let me see if I can. But he was like, yeah, do you want to come and do all this? And Starkey's just laughed like, come on, man, you know what, you see me working, and I just find it funny because I would never do that to another coach. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There it is. This guy's got 70,000 followers. What? Do you know what I mean? Like, but then obviously, and then the response from Starkey is, you're just laughing. Do you know what I mean? Look, bro thinks he can take over your role, the donut. Do you know what I mean? But so that's something I didn't want to do, boys. I'll be dead honest. Like, I wanted to be not wholesome because everything's wholesome, man. And it's like, I don't want to sound like I'm trying to say I'm better than other people because I never want to be better than anyone. You know why? Because they ain't the standard, boys. So for me, if I say to you, I want to be better than this guy, I'm automatically putting him at the top of the pile.
Yeah.
No, bro. I couldn't care what you're doing, innit? Like, I don't want to be better than you. Because if that's all I want, it's like, you're the standard. You're not the standard, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's just I didn't want to be a salesman, innit, man? Like, that's it. And I think it's easy to get caught up on that, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that will be the mentality still for the gym, just keeping wholesome, keeping honest to myself. And, yeah, let's see what it brings, man.
You know, if you talk about the past business ventures, if you hadn't have failed them, do you think you would have been where you are today?
It's going to sound big-headed, but yeah, Carl, you know what I mean? Like, you have to, I told you that was from day one, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not afraid to, like, I had a very successful coaching business with 2 other lads, innit? We made good money in schools. There was a moment where we clashed personally. I said, here, keep it. People couldn't believe, what, you're giving away a business that? Couldn't give a damn, mate. You don't align with what I'm trying to do, innit, man? So carry on. I never thought that business was going to be the end and all judgment of what I was going to achieve. So I think I learned a lot from the failures, and it has enabled me to not make the same mistakes. But I always believed I could do something, innit, man? So, no, I don't feel like they led me to be where I am. They taught me things. Yeah, but I wouldn't say that because of them failures, I am where I am. I'm where I am because of me, innit, man? Like, that's the ideology, innit, man? Like, it's because of me. And there's going to be times when I fail again soon. Do you know what I'm saying? There's been times lately, man, like, trying to think of something that I feel like, okay, so now we're going to get a little bit deeper. Because of the gym been going so good, not that I'm failing as a father, but there's times now where my daughter requires more, innit? So now the gym's gonna have to take a hit, but that wasn't me failing, it was me learning, innit? That now so as a father now, I have to be more aware, more involved. She's getting older, she requires more of me. So I wouldn't call myself a failing father, but I'm also big enough to admit that, that needs to change, innit, man?
Yeah.
So you could look at it as a failure. I'm looking at it as a lesson, and then we go back to what we said in the first. I'm just trying to adapt to that, innit? So I can't. It's weird, man, because I don't fear failure, Carl. I don't come from a lot, innit, man?
Yeah.
So like, there wasn't really nothing to lose. Do you know what I mean? So now, when I have things to lose, it's just material stuff, innit, man? Like, it's like with me, you ain't never gonna catch my missus. You know my missus, designer, fiend. My missus, Louis Vuitton bags, Louis Vuitton this, rah. I'm in Zara tracksuits, bro, and Air Force Ones. Like, I'm not someone who gets caught up on things like that. Don't get me wrong, I like nice clothes, man. You know I like nice clothes, and I dress smart. But half my mentality is I like showing up the guys in Louis Vuitton because I turn up wearing Zara, and everyone's still looking, innit? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I don't fear failure, man. I don't fear failure. Like, I don't feel like there's nothing bad in failure either. Remember on the first episode, I said to you about negative mindsets, because I watched it yesterday, innit?
Yeah.
And that's still applicable to now, boys, that everyone's... So I actually think having such a positive mindset is actually more detrimental because you're blinded to what you're doing wrong. And you're never able to adapt to a problem, like what we said. So, and I did appreciate you shouting at me the other day. I gave you the 10, I said, cheers, Carl.
Yeah.
But it's like what I said to you the first time, Carl, like, you not getting to the gym at 6 would have ruined your whole day, bro. Like, that can't happen, man. That's one little thing in a massive full day of things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't allow one little thing to mess up the rest of the day, innit? True. So it's the same with the failure thing, man. Like, I don't fear it, man. Like, what can you take when you die, bro? Do you know what I mean? You ain't taking, how do you say, Pockington. That ain't coming with you, bro. That ain't coming with you, bro. It's not. And it's amazing because you done smashed it. Yeah. But my point is, don't fear that going, Kyle. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't going to be here when you go. And actually, that mentality might allow you to actually make it better. So it goes back to what we said about the negative mindset. Like, I get a lot of positive from when I'm in a negative mindset because I'm a lot more aware. I'm a lot more picky at things. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sometimes the people around me suffer because I'm mardy and I'm shouting and stuff like that. But again, it does also sometimes when everything's going too hunky-dory, man, you get complacent, man, you get sloppy, people see it. And actually, you'll notice that that's the time when people abuse their position the most, when you're slacking, when you think everything's fine, do you know what I mean? So, just not be fearful, man. Like, what's failure anyway? You know what I'm saying?
It's true, bro.
What is it? Like, it's a definition. You're entitled to have a definition of that as much as you want, do you know what I mean? Like, what is failure, man? Like, because like you said, from most of our failures now, something good's come of, innit?
It's true.
So then, is that success? Just flipped it on you hard then, innit?
You got me thinking.
I just flipped it on you there hard.
You talk about fear, innit? Yeah, I'm reading this book right now, yeah? It's called The Magic of Thinking Big, innit? Sick book, yeah? But there's this one quote, yeah? I read it about 100 pages ago, but it won't leave my head, innit? And it says, do the things you fear and fear disappears, innit, yeah? So, bro, I ain't scared of nothing in it. And if I'm scared of something or I'm scared to do something or I'm scared to, like, even for this sometimes, like, I don't want to message someone that I want to have on there for what reason other than I'm scared, innit?
Yeah.
Just do it, innit? And then once it's done, bro, there ain't no fear no more, innit? That's it, man. So just fuck fear, innit?
I seen this thing the other day about this businessman. I can't remember the name. And to be fair, I don't even know how these algorithms come. But he was saying that 99% of the most successful people in the world have the lowest IQ. And I'm like, how? And he says the reason is because it's, what did he say? He said disabilitation by procrastination, innit? Because so many people are so fearful. I got to have a graph. I got to have this. I got to prove that this is going to work before. So you've stopped yourself doing it. You stopped yourself because the graph don't sit. But these guys with low IQs, like yours truly, I'm going to say it, but I don't care. Did that blindly, just went for the thing. And look, we're still here. And there's gyms with all these business plans and all this stuff, still failing. I'm not saying I'm better than them, but my point is that, and I have got work to do, but my point is that sometimes just don't procrastinate. Go and do it, do you know what I mean? And like you said, then it doesn't become a failure, innit? Because the fear's gone then, innit? Like, so I do like that saying. That's a good saying. Do the things you fear and fear will disappear.
That's it, innit? Put it on the wall in the gym innit, with a ramp.
I kick it.
That's it.
I can fuck with that. That's decent, man.
So, bro, just to close this podcast.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know if I asked you this question.
No, we never did this
because I didn't think of this.
We didn't do it.
But I'm interested to hear your position.
Go on.
Here. So obviously, I always ask everyone, what's the biggest lesson they've taken away from their own life? And you speak so much. I don't know, man.
I don't even think
I
you
just
can
felt
pick
like I've
one,
learned
innit?
so much. I've re-listened to the first podcast and I felt like I've relearned something. And from this one, I feel like I've learned even more.
Appreciate you, man.
So I just want to know
what's my biggest lesson? Again, boys, I just feel like it's hard to put one thing in because I like to be open to things and I don't want to be... Because that's something that I found that was one of my mistakes. Like, because you learn something, you can't be caught up on it. Like, you have to acknowledge it, take the teaching from it. But at the same time, that can't just be your single mentality forever because as days goes on, you're going to learn different things. So, like we said before, probably the adaptability thing, man. Like, I feel like in the world that we live in now, like, for example, one of the things I struggle with is... I don't even know if we should talk about it. I can't even bring on. But obviously, my daughter's getting to a stage, like... she's becoming more aware and this thing with the gender thing, like I ain't really got an opinion because I ain't trying to offend no one or nothing like that. But I do feel like I'm having to adapt, do you know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I'm trying to say, not getting caught. Let's be honest, okay? Because I don't agree with this gender thing. Like, I think it's crazy. But I'm not going to sit there just shouting people but then... whether you like it or not, boys, it's here to stay, yeah? I'm just being honest, innit? Ain't going nowhere. So instead of me sitting here, you see all these people on Facebook, rah. I need to work out how I'm going to adapt to use this to my advantage, innit? And if it means taking my daughter to a different school and teach it, that's what I mean. So that would be my biggest lesson that I've learned in the last 10 years, man. It's just being able to adapt. Like you said, I gave up a successful business. Like, there was no lesson in that, innit? Really. Yeah. But I had to adapt to match what I wanted to do in life. So that was my lesson, innit? Don't be fearful of letting go of that. That would probably be my biggest lesson, man, in life. Just being able to be adaptable, not to be caught up on one mentality in anything, friendship, work, love, family, because they all require something a little bit different, you know what I mean? So yeah, that I think, I'd ask you lot, because you seem to ask everyone. Go on then, what's your lot's lesson then? Because you're putting everyone on the spot. Yo, what do you think?
Much fast.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because see, this is what I mean. Because it's like, what one would you think would be the biggest one for you? I think it's very hard to pinpoint something because there'll be different stages of life and things that stick
I get
to
that,
you,
I get
and
that,
they have a massive impact on the rest of your life. But it might have happened 15 years ago. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
it's hard about it. I know what mine is personally, but what I find hard is because obviously we ask everyone. Everyone usually has like a different thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm like got their lesson in my head, innit? But if I had to pick one for myself, it has to be to just not judge anyone, innit? Like,
Yo, actually, you know what? I really like that. Yo, yeah, no, I think
I just
that
think
is,
that's the best one, man. You never know, innit? What's happening like in people's lives and that, and what you see could not be the real thing. So I just don't judge.
No, and you know what, Dion? I actually like that because I can use as an example for myself. I had I'm not gonna say names. So a player from Manchester, a team in Manchester, messaged me because one of his teammates had come, and basically, this was a judgment on me, but I was quite upset. I sent him the prices. He didn't message back. So the one time I was curious because I'm thinking, you've messaged me. Do you know what reply I got back, boy? He said, I didn't think you were that good because you were cheap.
No.
And I'm not that cheap, yeah? Let me tell you that now. And I just thought, I felt like saying, you're a dumbass, bro. So you think that my quality's built on a price, like... But then his other mates come. We've had some good sessions. He's messaged me back. Well, I have not even messaged this guy back, man. Like, he just got left, you know what I mean? Because, like you said, that taught me not to judge people because I got judged on a price when I know I'm of that ability. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I do like that, to be fair. Not judging people is... It's probably one of the hardest things to do,
it's
man.
very hard to do.
I was gonna say, I think that's
so
probably one of the hardest things to do, depending on what mood you're in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's a good one, to be fair, Dion. I'd say that's probably better than adaptability, bro.
Sorry, my guy is still thinking.
Cool, man.
No, but I think I already know. Like I've said it before when you've asked me this question. I always say, from my own past experiences, just focus on yourself, innit?
100%, man.
That's my biggest lesson. Don't care what other people are doing. Stay in your own lane. I said it.
That's it.
Yeah, I posted on myself. I'm staying in my lane because there's no traffic here, man.
That's
We're just
it.
chilling, bro. I'm cruising, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
That's it, man.
But no, big up Nic Gomez coming on, man.
I appreciate the time, but I feel like
Another-
today was kind
another
of
sick
chilling,
one.
innit? Yeah, that was
another
a
sick
kicking
one.
back, man.
Different setup. So big up Leicester Podcast Studios.
Yeah,
for having
man.
us
Thank
as
you,
well.
boys. Appreciate the time.
Come
We
on.
finish
First
on 2
pod in
time, innit?
2024,
We finish
We're
on
here,
2
baby.
time.
Come on.
2024,
Yes,
big year ahead, boys.
Yeah,
Yo,
big up Strong Pilates as well, our new sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget
Yo.
to like, subscribe.
Decent,
to the
yeah.
page.
Do you know? Yo,
Yeah, no, I've
ready?
seen, to be fair, but it looks hard. I'm not going to lie.
Techie one.
It's techie, but yo, let's go.
Sitting in my cell, hiding Zankos in roll-ons. I better make 'em hear it like an old song. Feel it like an old song. Can't rest, won't rest, believe it.